Welcome to the CN Tower. Welcome to Toronto. On behalf of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, we're very excited today. This has been a long process. Our dedicated staff and the leaders of not only the NBA, but NBA Canada have been working very aggressively towards a very special event. When you take a step back and look at the progress that our league and our sport have made in Canada, it is extraordinary to see where basketball is and the platform that it has achieved, and more importantly, the many great players that have come out and now are part of the NBA. This next year, though, will be the biggest year, the best year, the most important year in the history of the Toronto Raptors, Canadian basketball, and the NBA in Canada. So take a step back for a second and realize that as a part of the vision that Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment had towards taking advantage of the All-Star Game coming to Canada and Toronto, we wanted this year to be a year that ultimately would be the best year ever and lay a groundwork and a foundation so that we double, triple, and quadruple the number of kids not only playing basketball in this country, but in the NBA. So we have announced a D-League team, and so the Raptors, will have a D-League team playing in the greater Toronto area this next year, a commitment towards development, a commitment towards the first D-League team in the history of Canada, and clearly an acknowledgement to the support and the growth of basketball in Canada. We will have a new Raptors training center. So the Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment owners, in their wisdom, saw an opportunity to coordinate a brand new state-of-the-art training center that would be ready in time for the NBA All-Star Game and all of the greatest basketball players in the world being a part of our city. So by the time we hit February and the All-Star Game, the Raptors Training Center will be open an exhibition place, and it will be one of the best and finest in class in all of the NBA. We will have the new Jarvis Community Center, the outreach program that Commissioner Silver and Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment together announced just a few weeks ago, where we will put in $56 million over the next 20 years to provide a center that in particular will highlight, will stress, and will encourage basketball as an opportunity to change kids' lives right smack in the middle of our city. And the Jarvis Center will be a huge activity center during the week of All-Star Games. So many of the great players coming in will be at the Jarvis Center as part of our community outreach. And finally, to have the 2016 NBA All-Star Game, the 65th All-Star Game, and the first All-Star Game ever to leave the United States, first international All-Star Game in the history of the NBA. It's also an amazing period to live in Toronto, to be a part of this fine community, and yes, I'm still a part of this fine community, and to look at the events that are going to take place in the next 12 to 14 months that will put the city, our community, on a world stage. In just a few short weeks, the Pan Am Games will be here. And again, we will be broadcast around the globe with some of the best athletes in all sports that will be participating in our great venues and throughout our city. In 2016, the first event on dock, the All-Star Game. Again, bringing in the world's best basketball players, and the media and fans from all over the world will descend upon Toronto, making this the mecca of basketball, not just for Canada, not just for North America, but the world. We have the World Cup of Hockey coming in September of 2016 to the Air Canada Centre. The greatest hockey players in the world, 8 great teams, and a new format that will again make Toronto the center of the hockey universe for 2 weeks and do a wonderful job of moving the economy and creating real activity for our city. And we're not done. There's more coming, and I'm sure we'll have some additional announcements in the near future. This is a wonderful city. There is no doubt in my mind that Canada and Toronto will do a wonderful job hosting this All-Star Game. So we welcome the world, we welcome the NBA, we welcome the world's greatest players, and most of all, to the citizens of Toronto, to all of our Raptors fans, thank you for giving us this opportunity and helping us be great hosts